The Renault UK Clio Cup resumed after its summer break at Snetterton for rounds 11 and 12. Team Pyro's Mike Bushell gave notice of intent by taking two convincing pole positions, breaking the qualifying record for the Norfolk circuit in the process. It was JamSport's Luke Kidsley, starting in second, who grabbed the lead at the first bend, but a disastrous spin put him to the back of the field. The first corner bunching also claimed WD Motorsport's Paul Rivette and left Whorton-Eales with part of the rear end of his car hanging off, and that meant he had to pit and ultimately retire from the race. Bushell led the race from lap 1 to achieve his second win of the season ahead of Sicily Motorsport's Max Coates. Coates taking an emotional podium following the recent passing of his grandfather. Team BMR with Pyro Senna Proctor took third place, making his second appearance of the year on the podium. There were also great drives from Josh Price, Lee Pattison and George Jackson, making up several places on their starting slots, and also a first top 10 finish for Dan Zelos in 7th. Bushell again lined up on pole for race 2, but it was Kidsley who again grabbed the lead at the first bend from Whorton-Eales before Bushell snuck through. A move by Bushell to regain the lead towards the end of the race delayed both him and Kidsley, and the opportunistic Whorton-Eales was able to swoop past the pair of them for the lead in one of the most memorable moves of the season. Whorton-Eales led home Kidsley for the first 1-2 result for the JamSport team. Second position also marking Kidsley's first podium result in the UK Renault Clio Cup. Third place went to Paul Rivette, who set a new lap record en route to passing Bushell in the closing stages. And so, heading to Rockingham at the end of August, Bushell leads Whorton-Eales at the top of the championship table by 19 points. But there's still a possible 204 points up for grabs in the remaining 6 races. Leading graduate, Max Coates is third in the table, ahead of Paul Rivette, Lee Pattison and Paul Strather.
So, Ant, that's one way of making up for the dramas from earlier on in the day.
Yeah, I mean, what a race. As soon as the lights go out, I knew I had to do my best. Obviously, starting from 5th, I was a little bit trapped in the pit wall. And I don't really know what happened. The lights went out and I shot to the outside and seemed to just do row 2. And was on the outside of the top 2 for the first corner. You know, everything goes a bit blurry at the start of the race, and I sort of realised Luke Kidsley's leading and I'm second. Where's Bushell gone? And I thought, right, we're on for a team 1-2 here. And then I think we sort of stumbled over each other a little bit, trying to break away, and Mike found his way through, and I thought that was, you know, the end of the teams 1-2, and you know, I was going to finish third and Mike might get past Luke, and then they started battling on the straight. I sent it wide into turn 1 and got a massive cutback, and did the pair of them. Looked in the mirror and Luke was still in second, so I was like, right mate, let's crack on with this now. Bring home the first JamSport 1-2, the first of many this year hopefully. You know, this man right here puts it all together. Come on, Mr. JamSport himself. You know, hopefully we can do this again for him and repay him for all the hard work that he does and all the guys do at the workshop.
I think those photographs just being taken on the podium are, you know, going to be looked back at in several years' time, maybe.
Yeah, it's a massive moment for us to get a 1-2, and it's only our second season in Clio racing. So, you know, a massive achievement for us as a team. You know, we work really, really hard behind the scenes. You know, and we just give them the machine for these guys to drive. You know, and they do an amazing job. You know, and today proved that. You know, we're at the top, and it was a great result.
You will have lost ground on Mike a little bit, trailing by 19 points, I make it.
Yeah, I mean, that's if you look at the overall championship, but we are getting close to the end of the year now. Drop scores will start coming into play. So, you know, running a DNF, I think we might still be in quite a strong position with drop scores. We'll have to look at that, but, you know, I watched the Clio Cup from last year the other week. I watched